Hello, hello, everybody. So, let me see. So, first thing first, today, what I am going to do, I did a reading earlier. It was a channel message. If you haven't seen it, it was about, first, it started out to be about fathers and daughters, but then it turned into me actually going into depth of figuring out that our parents' generation had a certain way of doing things for a reason of bringing us up. Some of them did not break the cycle that their parents was bounded to, that they're like basically our ancestors was cursed. um we don't know where this curse started at, which I think I'm gonna actually try to dig as deep as I can. So don't be surprised, I might start with the grandparents life purpose. What was their life purpose, and see what's the comparisons of our parents life purpose to your life purpose to your children's life purpose. If my theory do pan out, it was 111 when I said that. It means that my message was correct. That we are the born generation that is to protect the next generation. We have to create the new earth. A lot of us that's here, we are light workers. Our parents was light workers and they probably didn't fulfill their mission. So we are now the ones that have been passed the torch, whether we take it as a curse or not. Because a lot of us have had life lessons that was supposed to actually awaken us up, but some of us were still stuck in our situation. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the reading about it and actually see what I could pull. But it's weird because I wasn't thinking about our grandparents first. So I'm gonna start with them. And I'm gonna use the soul journey lesson cards as a clarifier for the life purpose cards. And then I'm gonna actually close the message out with the love of light, the work your light oracle cards. And let's see. Let me just put a little bit of gloss on because my lips is. As well as do get dry doing these readings. Especially if it's a deep message and it takes too long. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. The first thing I want to know was what was our grandparents' life purpose? And I'm actually gonna take pictures of these and post it on my Instagram because I think this reading is gonna be an identifier of what our mission is. But we each have a different way of doing our mission. Different things is involved with us doing our missions. All right. So let me just shuffle these life purpose cards. Let's pull our grandparents' life purpose. What was their life purpose? And let's see what the comparisons is, because then I could possibly pull to see what exactly our grandparents' life purpose, what was passed on to our parents that was now passed on to us. If I get these cards multiple times with each one, that we know that's where I'm going to take out and see what our lessons were. I'm going to do this thing a little different. I'm just being guided to do it in a certain way. So I'm going to start this. This should be very interesting. I'm going to pull 4 cards to see what was our grandparents' life purpose. Angels, can I get 4 cards for what was our grandparents' life purpose? Why was our grandparents sitting here? What was their mission? Their mission. I think this is 3. And can I get one more? What is our grandparents' life purpose? What was our grandparents' life purpose? Practice. And at the bottom, it's writing. So I put this right here. This is the main topic. The main topic, our grandparents. This is your parents' parent. When they came on earth, maybe I should do a divine feminine and a masculine. No, I'm just going to leave it as is. A lot of our grandparents were supposed to be writers. It says writing. You heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words you write. So for those grandparents that probably were songwriters, or they wrote books, or they wrote poems, or they wrote like quotes and stuff like that, that was a part of their purpose. They was to do that so that way it can help heal people. Some may be tattoo artists. It says your life purpose involves body work such as massage therapy, energy healing, physical therapy, or exercise training. Some of them probably was energy healers, or they probably was able to do things to people's body that will make them feel better. So this is another one of their life purpose. Music. Your connection to music is healing for yourself and others. I feel like some of them was musicians. For the grandparents that were musicians, then you got counseling. You heal with kind words, wise advice, and empathetic ears. Some, like my grandmother, she was a listening ear, and she also loved to give advice. So this could be actually true. Some of our grandparents were actually able to heal people by speaking to them and actually knowing to, give them uplifting words and courage. Then you got practice. It says polish your skills by practicing regularly. So this was our grandparents' life purpose. I'm going to actually take a picture of these cards, so then I could reference them, go back and reference if any of them pop out for our generation. Hold on one second. Get this camera out. Okay, so this is our grandparents' life purpose. I'm going to reshuffle. I'm going to pull our parents' life purpose and see what comes out. Because I feel like somewhere down the line, there was a root that was probably planted. The curse was actually brought in. Something's telling me go back 5 generations ago. Because a preacher once said that to me. She said, my ancestors have fought this battle for 5 generations to come. And we are the ones that is here to break the curse. And it's ironic. I feel that now. She spoke my life purpose before I see my life purpose. What was our parents' life purpose? Practice, children, animals, yoga. Listen. And I get one more. Nope. Actually, it was supposed to be the bottom. It was author. Similarities with our grandparents. So the first card that I do see is interesting. It's practice. Our grandparents had this as well. And it says polish your skills by practicing regularly. I feel like a lot of our parents, listen, this is what I'm going to tell you. You have a book inside of you that wishes to be expressed. Make the time to write it. Author. Our grandparents had writer, right? Let me see if I can find it. Might not now because I shelved for one. But they have writer. So the similarities to our grandparents and our parents already I can see is practicing and author. And I'm going to get into that because I'm going to go back. Children. Remember I said our parents may be the ones that was supposed to bring in a new generation that is supposed to save the world. So that way the new generation that's to come after us will be able to protect and to live in that utopia that we all talk about that we want. But I feel like a lot of our parents, it says your life is enhanced by yoga, stretching, and exercising. A lot of our parents didn't notice. A lot of our parents didn't exercise. They didn't do none of that stuff. They was used to other things. And animals. It says you understand animals and communicate with them intuitively. Trust the inner guidance as the animals are part of your life work. Some of our parents had work that dealt with animals as well. So these two cards actually stick out. Let me take a picture really quick. I don't know. This is how I'm guided to do this reading this time. I don't know what it means or for what reason. And then this is our life purpose. And then we're going to see what is our children's life purpose. What is our life purpose as a collective? What is our life purpose that is now a part, that may be a part of our parents' life purpose and our grandparents? Angels, can I please get 4 cards? What is our life purpose? 3 more cards, 2 more cards. Author. So already I can identify something. Animals, music. And at the bottom, we have school. Guys, I'm not crazy at all. I know I'm not crazy. And I know I believe what I believe. Let me take a picture of this really quick. If I get into this. That's weird. Okay. So the first card we got is school. The answer that you're seeking involves going to school. For some of us, we are to learn something about we need to go to school actually to learn something. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to clarify it. But when it comes down to school, it could be that you need to learn something about spirituality or something about your life purpose is to go to school. It could be medical. I feel like it's medical in some ways. But then the card that sticks out, again, is author. Our grandparents were writers, but our parents were authors, and so are we. It says, you have a book inside of you that wishes to be expressed. Make the time to write it. So some of our life purpose is to write our life lessons or write stories or write books. Like I said earlier, I wanted to write books, but I feel like this is connected to author. I feel like some of us are to go to school in order to become a writer, but in another way, I feel like some of us are to go and be teachers at a school in order for people to write their life stories. Then you got crystals. Your connection to crystals and gemstones is a channel for healing energy. We are also healers like our grandparents and our parents to come. That sticks out with me too. And our grandparents had music. That's crazy. It says your connection to music is healing yourself and others. And then you got animals. Our parents had animals. And so do we. That sticks out to me. You understand animals and communicate with them intuitively. Trust your inner guidance as the animals are a part of your life work. I have a cat. Everybody think I'm crazy because I talk to her like she my kid. And she be having little attitudes and everything, just like these little kids in my house. My children. She's my child. Her name is Chloe. And I go in here every morning. She has an attitude because my oldest daughter ain't been here, and I know that. Because she been acting weird ever since. She been biting the other kids, playing with them, like trying to nag them and get their attention. But she's my child. She has my attitude. Okay, so this is our children's life purpose. What is our children's life purpose? What is our children's life purpose? Can I get 2 more? What is our children's life purpose? Whoa. That's a lot. 2 more for the children. Protect it. Man, practice. Man, options. Can't beat this. And support. That would have been one, but it was too many cards. So I'm just going to actually shuffle again. Can I get 1 more card? Support came back out. Sorry. It has to stay. And at the bottom of the deck, you're on the right path. Okay. So I'm going to tell you something. Only thing I see that is the same as us with our children that our ancestors passed down that we are supposed to teach them, that our great grandparents didn't learn, our parents didn't learn. Literally, it's practice. A lot of us give up on our crafts and our abilities because we don't know how to practice. We give up too easily because it starts getting hard for us. So it says, polish your skills by practicing regularly. But at the top, you're on the right path. Keep doing what you're doing because it's working. You got options. It says, consider the career possibilities that are open to you. Support. Your life purpose fully supports you, and protect it. It says you are safe and supported while you change your career. Now, let me take a picture of this. And then I'm going to go ahead and go into the reading of the cards that I am going to clarify. Let me see. So we're going to leave practice out because that seems to be the main thing. I am going to take author and writer back out because it seemed like that is something too. In music. Animals. Writing. Author. And I think that's all the one I wanted to pull. Let me just make sure that those are the only repeated ones. Yep. All right, so I'm going to clarify these cards. I'm going to remove the other ones. You know, none of these fell out. I'm going to remove all these. So a lot of our kids, I'm going to tell you something. We were supposed to show them that they have to believe in themselves. They have to know that we have to give them the belief that they can believe in the universe. You get what I'm saying? They gotta understand that when they on their right paths, they do have options and they are protected and they are supported by the universe at all times. As long as they follow their path. So yeah. These are the ones I'm gonna clarify. Because this seems like the curse that has to be broken. And I'm going to use the soul journey card. What lessons were we supposed to learn about these life purpose things that was a part of our life purpose? What was it supposed to teach us from generations? Why is it still holding our? What is our cycles? Why is our cycle still keep reiterating? Why is people not following the ancestral practices? What is the generational practice from our grandparents to us, to our children? Why is practice here? From our grandparents to our children. Woo. Freedom and change. Music. Why is music here? Envy. Why is animals here? That's too many. Why is animals here? Weird. So let's see. The first card that I clarified was the practice card. This is significant to me. I feel like this is a generational curse that we have not practiced our craft to actually change things, to adapt to change, and to feel freedom, to be free from all the things that was holding us back. It says polish your skills by practicing regularly. We have not practiced our craft. We have not practiced to believe in the universe. We have not practiced meditation. We have not taught our kids. Our parents never taught us how to meditate. They told us how to pray. This is where I feel we became slave by men because we didn't know how to adapt to change whenever the universe was shifting. This could be something that is taking over now because a lot of us don't know how to practice our skills, whether it's being a reader, a writer, a singer, an actor, a doctor, a dancer. We give up when it's the slightest things that look like we fear things, when we start to fear these things. So it's saying, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. So you have to change. You have to learn how to practice certain things. And I feel like it's more so us practicing how to become more enlightened, to actually depend on the universe in order to make us abundant. And we have to be free of all the things that's holding us back. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. You have to practice to accept change and to know that this is a part of your freedom. This is a generational curse, people. This is something that our grandparents did not know how to do, that is now leaching over to our parents that did not know how to do it, to us that don't know how to do it. And then it's going to affect our kids if we don't teach them this. Wow. It says music. Your connection to music is healing yourself and others. Envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Write about your challenges. Speak about your challenges if you are a musician. This is something that our grandparents... Okay. You know how back in the days, like, I'm going to play one of these songs. I love old school music. And that's why I listen to old school music. Because I feel like some of our grandparents were enlightened. Let's go back to our parents' type of music. Let's see. My favorite is... This is my favorite. I don't care. No pain, no gain. Everybody go through life challenges. They need to write about it. This right here, I feel like she wrote about it. She knew that her situation was no different than anybody else's, but it's just different. Okay. I never had a courage to come back to you. I was learning my man while I was learning my man. Something you young girls might not understand. No pain, no pain, no pain. So what she did, she wrote something that is now a generations to come. It was with our parents that was leashed over to us. And I listened to this song repeatedly because it's true. It's true. Every word she said, this is her way of knowing that she shouldn't have been afraid and she shouldn't envy nobody else's power or their relationships with other people. She wrote about her hurt and how she accepted her lover back. Envy. We envy other people's music and a reason for writing music, but that's probably what they were guided to write. Everybody has a life story. Everybody uses their purpose in a different way. And I feel like for some that are using music, don't envy somebody else's style of writing, or don't feel like you're not writing something that's as powerful as theirs is. For the fact of it is, because if that's what it is, you have to think. You can't envy nobody else's creativity and say that, oh, you can't talk shit about it. Basically is what it's saying. This is something that our grandparents probably was afraid to express their music because they didn't know. They felt like they wasn't as good as the next person, or that they was